happened?
will.
Why do I feel this way? I'm not hearing. I can't get no direction. But if we are mentors, we need to be geared up. And as mentors, we need to know when to pull back and take time to fill ourselves up so we can empty out to somebody else. Self-care, I would say, probably is number 3. Self-care. Know how to take care of yourself. Because I was at a place one time as mentor and mentoring people, women especially, just pouring out, Kathy. And it almost burnt me out to the place, I was just exhausted. And I wasn't no good to anybody. I wasn't no good to myself. So I definitely wasn't no good to nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say at the top of the list, we got to have that quiet time, that prayer time, that meditation, so we can discern and hear from God when God tells us to go rest. And self-care, take care of yourself. And number 4, I would say, learn how to encourage other people and not be jealous. Learn how to become an encourager, someone that you can support people and not get stuck in a place where you are envious and jealous and
That's
strife
true.
breeds. Yeah, you can be able to uplift other people and lift other people, inspire other people. Encourager, become an encourager is
That's
very
good.
important as a mentor. Yes. And the 5th one is cultivating people. Learn how become a cultivator, helping people grow. We as mentors, we are supposed to lead and guide, show them the way, because God has showed us the way. Somebody else helped us get through to cross over the way. And
That's
then
true.
we've got to learn how to, once they, just continue to pour into them for them to grow. If we have information that we know could help somebody else to help them grow, release it. Don't be intimidated. Don't hold on to what you know because you think somebody going to do it better than you or somebody going to do it bigger than you. I have learned to release and let God, let go and let God. Again, what he gave me is to bless somebody else. It ain't all for me. Cultivate, become a cultivator, a supporter, somebody that can be there in a real true form of a mentor.
And I like that. And those are some great 5 ways to develop spiritual mentors, because when we think about mentors, because I'm sure you've probably been a mentor probably in the world. And when we think about
Mm-hmm.
all the money that companies spend on mentorship programs,
Uh-huh.
colleges,
Yeah.
how great it
Yeah.
is to be able to use the gifts and the talents that the Most High God has blessed us with to develop
Mm-hmm.
ambassadors for His kingdom. So, as we're talking
Yes.
about the 5 ways, what are some of the differences that you have seen being a mentor and coach for,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to say necessarily the world, let's say corporations or people that are outside the
Mm-hmm.
church, the kingdom? What are some of the
Yeah.
differences that you've seen between the corporations and in the church as when it comes to mentorship?
Um, some of my experiences, to be honest, Kathy, there wasn't a lot of difference depending on where I was, depending on
Okay.
the people that were in my life. It's sad to say, sometimes kingdom people, the people that you expected to be a whole nother way, were not. They were just the same way as some of the secular corporate world class mentors. Very competitive. Some of them were jealous
Oh,
and would not step up in their role as mentors. Mm. They were comparing, what one did versus another, and they did not all, but it is sad to say that and I'm saying this for a point. You have to be careful for those listeners. You have to be careful. And also, if you want to be a mentee and you need a mentor, you want a mentor in your life to help you. You too have to be prayerfully careful and ask God to direct you to who it should be,
that's
before you
good.
connect with someone. Just because somebody got 1 million followers, just because somebody got celebrity status, and I'm talking world or church, because we got mega leaders, ministry leaders, they got millions of followers. Just because they may be wealthy does not make them your mentor.
Well, that's good.
Mm,
I'm so glad you said that.
no, where God is calling you, the call that God is putting on your life. If God is calling you to be a youth pastor, if God is calling you to be an international missionary, if God is calling you to pastor a church, if God is calling you to lead a women's ministry, then that women's ministry that God has put down in your belly, you need to match up with a mentor that has done a women's ministry well, pleasing unto God. If you are called to be a youth pastor, you need to find a mentor that has done well as a youth pastor that can mentor you. Take your eyes off a man and put your eyes on God, and God will lead you and guide you to the mentor that you. Oh, girl, I feel my help coming in here now.
Come
God
on.
will
That's what we
guide
here. We
you
here to help
to
some
where
impact somebody's life. Yes, encourage.
God will lead you to the right mentors that you need. It's not about all of the fancy stuff. It's about where God is calling you to make the impact that He needs you to make it at, and for those souls that need you there. So it is very, very important to hear God and hear Him well. But go to God and ask God, and tell Him what you want. He will give you the desires of your heart. If you want a mentor, if you want someone to lead and guide you that has already done what you're trying to do, get that. A mentor is someone that has done, already accomplished it, what you're trying to do. That's the definition of a mentor. Someone that can lead and guide you the proper way, God's way, to show you how to do it, give you a roadmap. Somebody that's not going to hold back on you, somebody that is open, someone that will listen to you and know your heart and connect with you and bond with you spiritually, prayerfully, pray with you, and then lead you in a positive manner. It won't be hard at all. It will be a relationship of love, peace, and joy.
Wow, that's powerful. Dr. Bailey, so when we talk about being spiritual mentors and developing kingdom ambassadors, some of the experiences I've had, and I'm just going to be honest. Um, I
Yeah.
came across a lot of women that I feel could have helped me, but
Mm-hmm.
because of the things that you mentioned earlier, jealousy, envy, or I don't know if they thought maybe I would take their place. I really don't know what it was, but it was really hurtful,
Mm-hmm.
especially coming
Yeah.
from the religious community. Now, we've
Mm-hmm.
all
Yeah.
experienced that in the world, but we don't expect that. And you've talked about that within
Mm-hmm.
the church, within the
Yes.
kingdom. So how
Yes.
would you, what encouragement words do you have for women that have experienced that hurt from other women within the church? They needed the help. They knew that this person could help them, that that person didn't help them, and they just became defeated. How can you encourage these women today through your institute, through your
Mm-hmm.
coaching, through your mentorship? What
Mm-hmm.
encouraging words do you have for these women that are going through that right now? Um, that they just need help, they're just lost. What would you say to them?
Mm-hmm. I would say, fret not thyself. That's
Okay.
right, because of evildoers. I would say, the Lord is your shepherd. You shall not want. I would say that God will lead you to a true servant. A mentor is a servant. They have a heart for servanthood. And to take your eyes off of man and keep your focus, keep your eyes on God, and God will keep the faith and stay focused. That's the two things I would say right now as we are talking. Keep the faith, stay focused on God, and I promise you that God will give you what you need. It may not look like it when you get discouraged by someone that has let you down. Man will let you down, but God will not. And if you seek Him wholeheartedly and let Him know the desire that you need, that you want to be true to who God has called you to be, who He wants you to be, and this is what you need. God already knows our need anyway, before we even start out. But He's testing us sometimes. Sometimes those situations will test us to see if we're going to keep pushing. The fortitude, spiritual fortitude on how to keep going. Yes, these are tests of our faith, the trying of our faith. But if you faint not, I guarantee you, you're going to fly like an eagle. At the end, I am a witness. I am a witness. I can give you so many examples of the discouragement along the way, from those I thought would help me and those I knew that could help me, but they didn't. But God did not stop His plans. Jeremiah
That's right.
29:11. I know the plans that I have for you. And because God know the plan, He got the plan. No man can stop the plan. It don't matter what they throw at you.
That's
They can
right.
throw spit, fire, hailstone, brimstone,
Mhm.
whatever. Winds may blow, storms may come, but God still got the plan. And that plan
That's
is
right.
not to harm you, not
That's
to
right.
harm you at all, but to give you a hope and an expected end. He's got a bright future for all of us. There is no one exempt. You are more than enough. He called you. He put that call on your life, and you uphold the banner, the bloodstained banner, in Jesus' name. God's gonna do it for you. He's gonna do
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
And when we look at that aspect as those that are seeking spiritual mentors, and I'm sure as being a spiritual mentor, a coach, life coach, you've experienced hurt from people that you developed, and
Yes.
they
Yes.
may have did some things that hurt you. So it's a two-way street. It's
Yes.
not only the person that's seeking a mentor, but there's been mentors, because I've
Mhm.
seen it, that you've helped this
Yeah.
person develop this person, and then they turn
Mhm.
around and they do some things that you didn't expect you to do, and that could hinder you from being like, what, I ain't doing this no more. This is not what I expected, God. I did what you told me to do, and then this person turns around and does that. But like you said, if you just hold on to the faith and just understand
Mhm.
that this challenge, this roadblock, is just gonna propel you into into your purpose. It's going to continue to help you walk into your purpose. And that is just so